Likely the final go-around here in this building, but the NFL playoffs have come to sold-out Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and our home team. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out. The back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait 10, wait 20, alert! Rip right, check four.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long...
Throwing on first down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second down, they'll run with White. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third and long, it's Brady. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10, just shy of the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Caught by Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And an Allen to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 54 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On first down, Brady. This is White on the screen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stepped out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Melvin Ingram in there to bury him for a loss of 11 out of the 45. Desmond for the Chargers here on third. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game. After catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
The 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
On first down, Gordon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Wait, set. 380. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Go bandit. Regular.
From the 29, Brady looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Michael Badgley for the Charger field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go. Wait,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. On the arm.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice.
Brady, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Wahoo!
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Throwing again. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
12 yards. It's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the...
No chance. Switch.
Cluster.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. We're not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Larry. Check safety.
Hey, bolt 66. Hey, exit.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Rivers on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready! Round 80!
Let's go, let's go!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Let's go, let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Brady going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Brady now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. 53, Linda. All right, here we go. 72.
Again, it's Brady. And now here's another interception. Desmond King picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 60 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to float this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, 50 yards. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Gostkowski with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because
kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Here's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing on third and long. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went. That direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday,
which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Edelman set to return. There he goes, Julian Edelman. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That punt returns 69 yards. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I know they were looking for something, anything to go their way. That's a pretty good start for them right there as they try to mount a comeback.
Maybe the film session a little bit more palatable, something positive to talk about.
A little bit. That's a big-time return. Anytime you get a punt return for a touchdown, everyone has to feel just a little bit better.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, Delta! Hey, check 25.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 36 now, first and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Ozzy!
49's the mic. 40.
Hey, Alpha!
49's the mic. Watch 40.
Let's go! Hey, ball 66!
From the 36, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rivers here to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Allen, the intended receiver.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Wait, set. 380.
Here we go. Rip. All day. Defense all day.
Hey, zoom.
March 49. Go. Go. 49. 49, guys. Mike.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Brady. He gets it complete to Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on second down. Brady, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots get a score closer. So now Brady and the Patriots going for two. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.